So we got a lot of news to dive into today. We got some unexpected reveals just out of nowhere, totally independent of Hasbro's Fan First Friday and stuff. Some of them even the traditional way that you learn about Transformer toys. But we'll get into that in a moment. We have the first one here from the official Transformers Facebook group. They revealed to us one of the next Studio Series figures. And we talked about what is Studio Series missing in terms of which characters haven't been done yet before they jump into that whole 86 thing that we keep hearing about. And one of them that we discussed was that of Leadfoot and how, oh, hey, you know, like, what's happening with Leadfoot? Like, you know, how would he be done? Because he has that big, you know, Target logo on his chest, so it's clear that he'd have to be an exclusive to Target, and that's probably the only reason why he's been held off up to this point while the other two wreckers do exist in Studio Series. And lo and behold, that was the case. So Hasbro Facebook announced today that Studio Series 68, Deluxe Leadfoot will be coming out. And they wrote here, Wreckers fans, it's time to finally complete your Transformers Dark of the Moon Wreckers NASCAR collection. This Target exclusive, for obvious reasons, Studio Series 68 Deluxe Leadfoot is the third and final figure to come with Steeljaw, who's a good boy. And yes, that is Leadfoot dabbing. Yeah, they actually made him dabbing. This is Hasbro for you. Pre-orders are available tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at Target. So yeah, it is a Target exclusive. It looks pretty good. You know what? It reminds me a lot of the really difficult Human Alliance scale one that they did of Leadfoot a while back, which also came with Steeljaw. So it's another opportunity to get that awesome little, I guess he was a bulldog or a mastiff transformer. I wonder if he transforms into a gun. It doesn't look like he transforms Steeljaw, but still. Good opportunity to get this character. Again, his Human Alliance one was ridiculously expensive due to having a weird kind of system that it was being distributed. Didn't really show up at Target. It showed up in like Australia and a lot of other regions, so not a lot of people were able to get him. And it was like it was at the tail end of Dark of the Moon's run. So whenever you have tail end figures, they're always more difficult to get than the beginning of the wave. So this is really cool. Again, he was one of the more interesting designed guys with the big old beer belly, and he just has this unfortunate kind of thing that if you want him to be movie accurate, he pretty much is a walking advertisement for a retailer, and it's not something that a Walmart would carry, or a Toys R Us here in Canada. And I know that, like, I got my Human Alliance version. I got mine from some kind of like closeout distributor place that managed to get a whole bunch of them here in Canada. But, Canada and Target, we have a very weird relationship, and it didn't really work out in the long run. And for the longest time, the only way you were able to get Target exclusives in Canada was through its sister company, through HBC, which was Zellers. For anyone who's American has no idea what Zellers is. Just picture Target, but a little more ghetto, and that's Zellers here in Canada. Doesn't exist anymore either. But yeah, so it's probably going to be something difficult for non-Americans, to pick up. I don't know how this could be distributed today. Maybe EB Games for Canadians in the UK, or GameStop. Maybe they could carry that, but I don't know otherwise. It's kind of hard to say. But at least in the States, again, probably as you're hearing my voice right now, 9 a.m. at Target's website. You'll be able to order this. Really cool. Has a nice background of the extremely demolished, messed up cityscape. He comes with his weapons. It looks like it's, once again, yet another knockout of the Park Studio Series figure, and at a deluxe price point too, which looks really good. I just like that it comes with Steeljaw. That's a nice little extra touch. They didn't have to include him, but they did, so he looks great. So definitely check this out. And pick him up, because he's probably going to be much more difficult and limited compared to some of the other Studio Series stuff, just by the fact that he is a store exclusive.